So I'm going to start this live feed covering the supermoon. I just connected to the wonderful telescope at Tanagra observatories, and I'm going to open the roof right now, and hopefully we will see the beautiful moon out there. I'm very happy to be here again. Gianluca Masi speaking from the Virtual Telescope Project in Italy. And we are going to open the dome at Tanagra observatories. I wish to thank my friend, great astronomer Michael Schwartz in Arizona, the owner and director of Tanagra observatories, for making possible for us to use this telescope to show you the moon live right now that it is a supermoon. I will tell you a bit more about this, and I hope you will find this enjoyable. Right now we are opening the observatory, and this stunning telescope is ready to slew and move to show us the moon. Just waiting for the telescope to completely open. It's always such emotion every time a telescope is ready to leave for such a wonderful journey through space and time, and it is for me such a particular wonderful feeling that we are going live using this very beautiful telescope. So the telescope is opening. Here we are. And now we have the dome completely opened, and I see the stars and a lot of light coming from the full moon. Very bright, of course, you know. Now let's ask the system to take control of the telescope. We are going to use this stunning remote robotic telescope made available by Tanagra observatories. Again, I want to thank Michael Schwartz for making possible this, and Tanagra observatories and the Virtual Telescope Project, as you know, partnered for a stunning new journey, and very soon, I mean in less than 2 weeks, you will start seeing the benefits of such a wonderful partnership. We will literally bring the universe down to earth to show you the beauty of the cosmos as you never saw before. Anyway, we are ready here, and I want to ask the telescope to move and look at the moon, and let's find the moon where it is in the sky. The system will tell us where. So we are going to ask the telescope to go there, my friends. Asking the telescope to go. Yes. And then let's link the dome, so the dome will rotate to reach the right place. And here, hopefully, I want to show you all this happening in real time. It's incredible. I am in Rome right now, and I am controlling Michael telescopes at his observatories in the Sonoran Desert, Arizona, which are almost exactly 10,000 of kilometers away. So really amazing, friends. The telescope is moving, then the dome will rotate as well, friends. This morning we could really do amazing things. I hope that you will like this as well. This is truly a very beautiful experience. Okay, and now the dome is rotating too. I find amazing how technology can make possible science and public outreach. By the way, Tanagra Observatories is really a legendary place as for science. Michael really did impressive things studying near-Earth asteroids, discovering many asteroids and comets, and now partnering with, thanks to this partnership with the Virtual Telescope project, we are really going to make a huge revolution in public outreach and science as well. So happy that right now, just to observe together this wonderful full moon, the supermoon, we are here using this jowl. And here it is, the bright moon shining through the slit, the dome slit. The telescope is already there. How wonderful, friends. Really love this, really love this. I find the experience amazing. It's impressive to see all this happening in real time, my friends. And now we are going to try and see if we have the moon. Consider that this telescope is extremely powerful. It is really gathering a lot of light, and the full moon is very, very bright. It is the only, with the sun, it is one of the few objects where we have plenty of lights, and sometimes that can be a problem. Let me take a very, very short exposure and let's see what will happen. Sorry. And here it is. Of course, this is the moon, friends. This is extremely bright, but this is normal. Let me try a different approach. Again, I can start seeing some fissures. And let me try this. And let's see if the brightness of the moon is now controlled. Sorry, I had to remove this thing here. Okay. Wow, we are doing this live, you know. The Virtual Telescope project has made real-time observing something people can join and enjoy often. Here we are, friends, and as you can see, let me see if I can shorten the exposure time here a bit, because the full moon is extremely bright, you know, and it is not obvious to take images with devices made to observe very faint targets. Michael tried to adjust this, and here we are. And I think we have a better shape, even if the shutter, when asked to be so fast, can just make some shadow. I will try to adjust this a bit, but you can see the moon is there. Okay. The full moon is there actually. The supermoon. Let me see if we can adjust this a bit. Amazing brightness you see here. We have the supermoon, friends. Here it is. Thanks to Tanagra observatories in Arizona. It's amazing that we are controlling such a beautiful telescope from Italy, despite the 10,000 kilometers in between. This is just amazing, friends. I'm really amazed to see this, even if, as I say to you, we are really using a telescope, a powerful telescope, to image such a very bright object. And the moon is shining out there, so bright, so bright. I'm just trying to see to adjust the exposure time, also considering that these devices are not made to observe very bright targets as the moon, friends. Let's see what will happen. Okay. Let me try again. All this is happening in real time, remotely using the telescope at Tanagra Observatories, Arizona. The supermoon is simply a full or new moon which is closer than usual. Here it is, friends. Let's take some images back to back. Let me ask also the system to take a new image every 15 seconds. As I told you, the supermoon is simply a full moon or a new moon happening a bit closer than usual. This is not strange. Please consider that the moon is orbiting around the Earth, just around the Earth, following an elliptic orbit. It is not a circle. This is why the distance between the moon and the Earth is not constant. So it is changing between an interval ranging from a minimum value to a maximum value, of course. This is, I want to underline this once again, because the orbit of the moon around the Earth is simply elliptical. It is not a circle. And I must say that the eccentricity of the lunar orbit is quite evident. So this is why there is such an appreciable difference between the minimum distance and the maximum distance possible. Also, I want to introduce a new term. The minimum distance is reached when our satellite is at the so-called perigee. It is simply means that in that moment the moon is at its perigee when it is at its minimum distance from us. And the minimum distance the moon is reaching right now is 357 and 495 kilometers. So it is almost 300 57,000 kilometers from us. The average distance of the moon is 384,000, so there are about here different 10%, less than 10% closer. This is why it is showing a bit bigger as its apparent diameter, you know. The moon is always the same. Simply because it is a bit closer, it is looking a bit larger and a bit brighter, but the moon is always the same. Of course, it is not easy to see these differences because I'm saying here that this supermoon is about 7% bigger in its apparent diameter than a normal, a normal full moon. And this little difference is not easy to see, to spot if you are not trained observing the sky. So I would like to say that also seasoned observers can recognize this. And images are coming live of this supermoon, but I wanted to make sure you know what the supermoon is. So I like the supermoon because it is a very special occasion. It is a wonderful chance for everyone to go out there and look up. Even if when the bright moon, the full moon, especially a super one, is out there, you have a lot of lunar light all around, and this is not helping showing the stars, seeing the stars. So I hope that after discovering that looking up is beautiful, thanks to the moon, you will go out there when the moon is not around, so that you can really see and enjoy the night sky too, the stars as well. At this very moment, the moon is just setting. Has just set in Italy, a couple of hours ago, and right now it is moving west, also at Tanagra Observatory. I want to show you again the telescope we are using. Michael Swartz, my friend and astronomer, director of Tanagra Observatories, was very kind to make possible for us to use this telescope. He had to, to use some shields to reduce the large telescope diameter. Otherwise, there was too much light and it was completely impossible to see such a very bright moon with that powerful telescope. Even this, you see, the moon is still very, very bright, but I'm very happy that this way we are enjoying this wonderful, friends, these amazing, amazing images. And again, Michael really was so kind also to offer his support to the Virtual Telescope project, to the point that now we are starting a joint project. So Tanagra Observatories and the Virtual Telescope project are really going to start something you never saw before, bringing the universe down to Earth in a very new way. So I really suggest you to be with us and explore the sky with us as well. Hopefully people, I see that people is gathering and joining us as well in this new live feed. And this is very beautiful, very, very beautiful. Amazing. Okay. It's amazing to see such a beautiful telescope. I'm just sharing the link of this live feed with through our networks. Okay. While the system is continuing collecting data. Okay. This was a last minute surprise. And I hope that you are really enjoying this. With the moon always capturing our attention. We astronomers have a strange relationship with the moon because while we really love it, when it is full, when its light is shining so strong, we see no stars basically. We cannot probe the sky and the universe in depth because the faint objects are completely flooded by the moonlight, you know. And this is why, for us, the moon is beautiful, but sometimes is not the best friend of deep sky observations. But the supermoon, of course, is so special that for us was not possible to stay without observing it. And again, I want to thank Michael Swartz for making possible for us to use this wonderful telescope as part of the partnership between Tanagra Observatories and the Virtual Telescope project. I really hope that you are enjoying this breathtaking view. I'm just trying to see how to adjust and make possible to see the larger moon. Perhaps this is the best. Here it is. All this coming live, friends. All this is coming live. I want to start taking images. Okay. You can also see some very nice structures of the moon, the Maria to use Latin, the seas to use English, the darker spots you can easily see by naked eye, but the name, each of them is called sea, but don't expect to find water then. You will never want to jump and dive into such a sea because no water is there. It is just a traditional name, and we know that those darker spots are due to basaltic material there. So the moon is really a wonderful object to study, also to understand much better our planet, because if you study your companion, and the moon is our companion, you can very easily see also your history. And also here you can enjoy some craters. These are the clear signatures of asteroid impacts, and it is for me such an emotion to show impact craters using a telescope, the one Michael made available at Tanagra Observatories, who did and is still doing an amazing, very important work on potentially hazardous asteroids. So we are observing impact crater with a telescope working on potentially hazardous asteroids. So it is quite a sensation, I think. And also you can see Mare Crisum, which is this almost elliptical feature here, one of the most famous seas on the moon. And really, I love this vision, friends. I hope you are enjoying what we are seeing here, my friends. We are, of course, up and running. Let me see another thing. Okay. Let me try to, while the system is acquiring images, I'm just trying to make sure that the link is properly showing. Okay. How beautiful is this, friends? Looking at the moon is always rewarding, even if the full moon is not the best moment to enjoy the real beauty of the moon. The first quarter, the last quarter is much more spectacular, but the supermoon is now. I also want to remind you that every lunar month, and a lunar month lasts a bit less than our month, you have the moon coming closer than usual. In other words, every orbit, of course, the moon is touching its perigee, so it is not something unusual. What is nice here is that the perigee is reached when the moon is full. This is making the whole lunar disk a bit more larger, but I want to underline that even the every month, every lunar orbit, you have both the perigee and the apogee. So I really want to underline that this is nothing strange. Don't believe people saying that the supermoon is something dangerous, so to speak, because it is simply the moon doing its usual job, orbiting around us with its distance moving, oscillating between the minimum and the maximum possible values. And the funny thing here is that the full moon is just while the moon is at its perigee. So this is simply what is the supermoon is. And let me underline again that supermoon is not a scientific term. It is just, I mean, a lucky, very lucky popular term, friends. How beautiful all this is, I think. And this morning we also had very beautiful images. Let me see if I can show you a few images I collected this morning while we are observing the moon live from Arizona. Let me see what I can do. Just adding images right away. Okay, this is one. Another one. Okay. Just trying to make these images available. The one I captured this morning at dawn from Rome while we are observing live the supermoon from Arizona. It's amazing. The Earth is wonderful. It is spinning, it is not flat at all, and this is just a clear demonstration because while we are in broad daylight in Rome, Arizona, where Tanagra Observatory is still under darkness with the moon shining above its sky there. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to show you a few images that I hope you will like. They were collected earlier today from Rome at dawn actually. Okay. Let me see if I can adjust this a bit. Okay. And here it is, the last one. And now I will show all of them to you. Okay. Here it is, the full moon imaged earlier today, a few hours ago from Rome. Hope you like it. Now I want to show you another image. Okay, here it is. The moon was approaching the horizon with St. Peter Dome on the right. You can even see some stars. The brightest stars you see close to the center of the image is Aldebaran in Taurus, the bull, while on the right, over the first dome you see on the right, there are Pleiades. They look like a little deeper, but they are the Pleiades. So very nice image, I think. While the moon is completely bright there, at least we can see the frame all around with the stars all around, friends. Another image from this morning. The sky was brightening, the sun was coming back, of course. Hope you are enjoying this a lot. How beautiful all this is, friends. Looking up, enjoying the night from Tanagra observatories in Arizona, while here in Europe we are in broad daylight. This is simply the wonders of nature. New image, I want to show you another one. This one, for example, again from 4 hours ago, more or less, when the moon, the supermoon, was setting behind St. Peter Dome. And let me see, and now the last one, which I really like a lot. Here it is. So we can share these images, the one we captured earlier today from Rome, with the live sight we are having right now thanks to Tanagra observatories in Arizona. To me, this is a truly mind-blowing experience. Now, let's switch again on the live feed. Here we are. With the moon still there, friends. live from the telescope. And the telescope is this. Here it is, friends. We are really seeing this, and I also want to show you the moon because we have a number of cameras, not only on the telescope, but also all around the telescope. Michael made this wonderful work, and here it is the moon as we were just there using the telescope on site. Look, friends. I think this is a very, very beautiful image. Let me see if I can adjust the exposure time. Here it is. Amazing, friends. The realistic experience we are just breathing while this telescope is very remote from us. We are there thanks to technology, and this is really something I find wow. Amazing, friends. Amazing, to say the least. I find that technology can be so useful to understand the world where we live, and Tanagra Observatories really pioneered the internet astronomy. We will tell much more about Tanagra Observatories in the very near future when we will present our partnership with that important observatory, and I hope that we can even host a talk with is the founder and director, Michael Swartz, a very dear friend of mine. And right now we are observing live from there with the moon just shining above the telescope, friends. And now let's switch back again to the images coming in almost real time. Here we are. Every 15 seconds a new image is captured and shown, and you can see how from time to time the image refreshes. This is not a video camera. This is a professional CCD camera used to capture extremely faint objects, to the point that Michael had to work on the system to make possible for us to observe the extremely bright moon. And he was very, very happy to make possible for everyone to virtually join his telescope in Arizona. Amazing technologies, wonderful, friends. Hope you are having fun here. Okay. And let's see again through the external camera just above the telescope. It is like if we were there just on the rear of the telescope, and looking through the telescope direction we are just spying what is outside the dome slit, friends. Just to give you a better idea, I will increase the exposure time now so that we can see a bit better the surrounding. Amazing, friends. This is simply wonderful. I want to thank again Michael Swartz at Tanagra Observatories for making possible for us to see the supermoon live from Arizona. happy. Again, I told you. And I hope you are happy to see this, as I am happy to share with you this stunning view. Let's task the telescope to point the moon again, because the moon is slowly moving, of course, in the sky. I will ask the telescope also to track the proper motion, the apparent motion of the moon. Okay, let's see what will happen at the next image. Wow, friends, I love this site. I'm amazed, actually. Okay, telescope viewed, I centered the moon again, and now I asked it to track it. There are some interesting features you can see, like these craters. Look here, how beautiful the craters are. Amazing, friends. All this live from Arizona. Beautiful, very beautiful. And now we are going to close this in a few minutes, and if possible we will try to join later and use and connect later again to the telescopes there. Okay, so I just added this so people joining can understand what is happening. And I will open the audio comment again later on. Of course, we are continuing observing the supermoon. This is a live image coming from Tenagra Observatories in Arizona. And again, I want to thank Michael Swartz, my very good friend, director at Tenagra Observatories, for making possible for us to connect to his telescope and see the supermoon while it shines over his observatory in Arizona. From time to time, I will provide audio comment. This is the supermoon. You have read a lot around it, I believe, and it is simply a full moon happening while the moon is at its minimum distance from us, the perigee, and this is why its disk is apparently a bit larger and apparently a bit brighter than usual. It is a wonderful opportunity to make public outreach and share the wonders of the sky with people worldwide. So friends, we are going to close this live feed. We had a chance to spot live the supermoon thanks to a robotic telescope made available by the Tanagra observatories, and I want to thank Michael Swartz for making all this possible. I also want to underline that Tanagra observatories and the virtual telescope joined to offer a cosmic experience to the world never seen before, and you will start seeing the benefit of this partnership very soon when on December 13 we will show the amazing Gemini's meteor shower. You can learn more on our website so that you can be sure to be here when we will see those wonderful meteors up there. So I was happy to share this live with you. Again, I want to thank Michael and Tanagra Observatories, and I hope you had fun, you had a wonderful time with us spying our moon thanks to this amazing telescope. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to share again with you the wonders of the cosmos. Take care, friends, and after the supermoon, keep looking up. The sky is always rewarding, the sky is always spectacular. That's all, see you soon. Goodbye from Italy, goodbye from Arizona.